I am sure that you have seen that I have definitively proven that there are groups of people harassing me. I have 15 witnesses. 15. I mean, how many do you really need, right? I have videos with a lot of views, and every single last one of my videos with many views has far more likes than dislikes. This doesn't just seem to suggest that there's nothing wrong with me. It proves it definitively. Anyone who does not see it my way is a traitor to God, America, and humanity. I believe in a true democracy where people are informed and understand the importance of sacred morality. Not this kind of Luciferian lie that we live in, so to speak. These people don't believe in giving you the true light of God, but rather Luciferian garbage. Their arguments are pathetic. You should see the trash trolls they use against me. Jealous because I am tall, dark, and handsome, beautiful, and chosen by God, and they are slime that have to resort to psychological operations and other underhanded behaviors that make their parents greatly ashamed. Off record. But on record, I'm sure they support them. I am a man of God. I refuse to submit to these New Age societies and their Luciferian doctrines. Their numerology. 3, for example. The 3-headed dog, Cerebus. Connect that to cerebral. The black dog, the jackal of Egypt. The wolf of Rome. The German dogs, the police dogs, the eagle of Rome, the eagle of America. You see, birds of prey fly a great distance and they look for their victims. This is the very mentality behind empires. Cover a great distance. Claim that territory. And you do not have to be physically there, physically present, in order to enforce your crony capitalism, your pharmaceutical state, and your inferior philosophies. This particularly deplorable form of cultural imperialism plagues America. Great men are ostracized, dejected, and shunned by lesser forms of life. What I mean by lesser forms of life is people who either do not know God because they have rejected Him, or they substitute Luciferian doctrines and other religions for biblical scripture. They misquote the Bible so that they can make more money and make their races look good. Let me tell you, as someone who is biracial, I'm ashamed of any race that uses secret societies to control society instead of superior arguments in the light. That is disgraceful, and they should be deeply ashamed. And their ominous behavior warns us of troubling events to come. Can one really sit there and pretend someone who is as well-spoken as myself is mentally ill, and that 15 witnesses mean nothing at all, and still call themselves an honest officer of the law, or even a decent person? Can they really live with the fact that they have put their race and their own survival over what is right, virtuous, and true? Well, of course they can in this world, and of course they can't in the next. Anyone who finds their life will lose it. It is in John, it is in Matthew 10:37 through 39. In 39 it says, whoever finds their life will lose it, and whoever loses their life for my sake will find it. To be a Christian means to suffer. And the highest achievement of a Christian is to die a martyr. That has not changed. We do not live in a Christian nation. We live in an oppressive state that seeks to screen out the most virtuous, righteous, and outspoken of the men of God, be they Christian, Muslim, Jew, or otherwise. People who are deeply appalled and disturbed by the disconcerting behavior of shadowy figures who have lost their soul and all love in their heart. Instead, they are filled with psychological nonsense, delusion. They suffer from the most harmful form of mental illness and psychological disorder, perhaps the only form that is known and that we can agree upon. Narcissism, a lack of empathy, hedonistic behavior, and an appalling inability to do the right thing. 15 witnesses. 15. More people who see my videos see it my way than don't. And in the videos where I get thousands of views, the numbers grow to 10 times more likes than dislikes. And of course, the dislikes are full of the perpetrators. So when you subtract the number of people who are playing stupid because they are the aggressors and they have no love for the victim, you probably get numbers more like 20, 30 times more people see it my way. When you compare that to, say, IQ tests, how many people score average? How many people score above? How many people score below? Certainly, it is the less insightful people who do not see it my way. I am the top martial artist because no one can beat me, and no one has been cheated out of their rightful place more than I have. Did they seek to cheat Bruce Lee out of his rightful place? Perhaps Jackie Chan? Maybe Jet Li? No. And these are just actors. I'm the truth. The last challenger had great hand speed, but it was not enough. And I was heavily dosed on powerful pharmaceuticals at the time. You can tell in my speech patterns in the videos I posted of this said event. This event is not in question. Nobody doubts that I proved my point that day. I was caught off guard, having several beers and other substances in my system as well. And I still prevailed. Just like with every other sparring match where the insightful observer can observe me outsmarting the opponent and not even utilizing my great speed, which the wise and insightful man of God would refer to as Godspeed. So when all is said and done, yes, indeed, I am Haru. And they are a bunch of pitiful, insignificant, soulless bitches. That is the truth of it. So help me God. That is how I see it. And they are incorrect for doing what they are doing in more ways than one. I am the top martial artist in American history by actions, not words. 5 years I had these pussies hiding and covertly drugging me. And still they could not conquer. I have conquered. The Santa Clara County Sheriff Department, Santa Clara County Mental Health Services, the FBI, local martial artists, all the naysayers, the LGBT community, all the spiritual bottom feeders, especially feminists, consider yourselves conquered in reality. You can go on playing your illusion like I am sure you will. But you know damn well you are conquered and you are hiding. You are bitches. And it is hard to forgive you because a lot of people suffer. A lot of foster children, 1 in 4, are on psych meds because of your indifference. A lot of pedophiles are still raping kids, especially rich ones, because of your lack of morality. And because of your lack of faith in God, your whole family will suffer. Your family is nothing more than kindle, your firewood for the great deceiver, to keep his deceitful heart warm with your insufficiencies as he seeks to claim the souls of beings that are closer to God than he is. He is only successful with those selfish cowards that swear allegiance to the system and to inferior philosophies and not to the one true God of the Bible. Are we all to suffer because you don't spiritually measure up? Because you make small strides backwards instead of great strides forwards? Because you don't understand timing